Hello, everybody. Just really wanted to come before you. Nothing really stressing or just like, oh gosh, he's coming on live. I like to come on and just from time to time to say hello to everybody with a live stream just out of nowhere, just to let you guys know that we're still connected, we're still here, we're doing things to help this ministry, to help people who are involved in the ministry, people who are being helped by this ministry. We realize, look, it's an online experience, and anything that we do in life, if we put forth our best effort, our best foot forward, good things will happen, And with the left to Omega, I want you guys to know, and yeah, I have my glasses off right now because I'm not trying to get a lot of glare. I hate watching videos where there's a lot of glare and you can't see the person's eyes, and so they're talking and you get this this glare, like, okay, and you can't make the connection. So here lately I've been like beat myself over the head on how to um, not have so much glare when I talk or when I'm live or when I record or whatever. Working on it, but it may not always be perfect, but I'm trying to get close to it. But for those of you with the left to Omega, there we have some new people on board, and I want to thank God for you. I mean, you guys are wonderful. The people who spread the word about what we do here. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And we're trying to add more and more stuff to make it, just make it a pleasurable experience, a knowledgeable experience for when people come on and they walk away and they have something good to say about what their experience was when they visited Aleph to Omega. Um, we don't profess in no way, shape, or form that we know everything. No, because we don't. We depend on God. We rely on God to really, hey, lead us in the right direction. If God puts something on our heart to talk about, to address, we really take the time to go in and start researching and saying, okay, I want to make sure that I give the correct answers to, or stay on course when I'm talking about something in particular. But I say that to say this: we're not. It's not just something to say. Oh, we're just a social group, a social media group that's acting like a church online or whatever. No, we're not. We're different, and we love that uniqueness that we have because we get people involved with things that, hey, sometimes you have people in churches that have no platform, and this becomes an outlet for them to be able to start exercising the gift that God has given them and put within them, so they get a chance to come on and teach or preach or share, just a gift that God has given them. And our latest, um, our latest addition has been Apostle Mimi Yule, and she's definitely coming in like gangbusters with her series, The Secret of the Cloth. And I hope you guys continue to stay. The first episode was this week. I hope you guys continue to check in with we're looking at airing it every Thursday, and it's going to be a journey. And if you notice, God has really kind of put us all on a journey to in our teachings here lately. And Evangelist Masharia, she still gives us just a closer walk with thee, going through the book of Matthew and really dissecting the book of Matthew and the walk with Jesus. And God has recently given me the charge of speaking on the path to the cross. How we we may be under certain understandings, but we've not yet picked up our cross in some cases. So that is something that God is bringing to the forefront. Minister Claude Shelton, and he is when he talks about being bound with Him, he goes into the history of the Voice of the Martyrs organization and how they began and how they got to be where they are today. So that's a very important thing to know, that to bring awareness to the persecution to the Christian church throughout the world. So there's a lot of great things coming along, some fun things. You notice I created Alfie, who does now a news break, and with that news break, I try to do some things that are uplifting, that are current. Um, as you can kind of tell, that's a process that's growing and growing and growing. Because when I first started it, I've always had a love for 3D art, creating the characters, creating the look. So now I'm getting more technical. I'm creating the lighting. I'm looking at and saying, well, maybe there's too much animation here in certain spots. Maybe there's not enough in the other spots. I don't want to overdo it or overkill, but hey, we're presenting it, and it's something new that it's entertaining, and there are other characters that have been created that's going to come along and interact, or we even have other things planned, other segments that involve the 3D characters, the voiceovers, and such things. So we're doing great things with that. With our Roku channel, we definitely are still working on locking down the licenses with Revelation Media and Vision Video. That's been a progress or process that's kind of slowed down, and not because of us and the lack of interest, but just waiting on certain people to get back and to confirm the licensing. But we're still working on that, because what we want to do is we want to be able to expand what we offer to you, to everyone else that you come across. You can tell, hey, these guys are on Facebook, these guys are on YouTube, these guys are on the Roku channel, and they're doing great things. Can I get them in? Of course, the show is becoming more and more popular. We're bringing other people on to talk about their ministries, and then we talk about certain subject matter. So that's a great thing as well. And I'm going to put my glasses on. Forgive me with the glare, but I'm just so used to having my glasses on. I'm sorry. I feel kind of like an alien without them. But I want for everyone to take the opportunity to look at how you've contributed. It may not be to you. It may not seem major, or it may just seem minimal. But every little thing works toward the bigger piece of the pie, the bigger vision. So don't feel like, oh well, I just invited a couple people on here, and look, those couple people you invited on here may enjoy it, and they may invite 10 or 12 people each. Who knows? But I thank God for you. Even if you don't invite anybody and you just come on and you're being blessed by the material on the program. Definitely, I'm glad of that, because that's what this program is for, is to add blessings and to add depth and meaning to your walk, and to encourage you. I mean, and I'm not trying to bag on anyone or whatever. I wanted people to understand and look at and say, hey, look what's going on in the world today. And there's so many things that are happening that are overshadowing the true Christian experience. There's been so much effort and so much attention put toward the LGBTQ movement that now every TV station you turn on is this Pride Month, Pride Week, Pride this, Pride that, and I look at it and I'm like, God, what happened to us taking pride in who you are, us taking pride in what it is that you have for our lives, and as far as just what happened to being able to go out there and really celebrate who God is. It's been put on the back burner, and with Aleph to Omega, we want to bring that back to the forefront. Celebrate God, celebrate salvation, celebrate happiness, celebrate the fact that you know who God is, you know what he stands for, what he doesn't, what he tolerates, and what he doesn't. Now, I'm not here to bash on anybody, so don't think that I'm going to go into some dissertation on it, because I'm not. One of the things that God has really been showing me is that, hey, we need to quit focusing on what is wrong with the world and focus on people. Focus on the individuals, not their sin, not their wrongdoing, because again, we do not have the authority to sit there. We can't cast out sin, and we can't cast out devils. I don't care. All these people, these big name people who made a name for themselves and they want to take credit for healing cancers and casting out demons or whatever. There you have it right there. You know, you got your little glory, but it wasn't you if that happened. And in a lot of cases, I doubt if it even happened because I look at uh, basically how you live and how you treat people and how you walk. Yeah, no, you know. So I mean, hey, people need to quit being duped by a lot of these people that get on there and claim that they have all these different powers and that they can speak all these things into your life. No, forget about it. You know, focus your life on Christ. Seek God, and everything that you read in the Bible is seek ye first the kingdom of God and all its righteousness. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. Seek ye first all these things. Quit looking at people. People are not going to be able to put you where you need to be. They can't forgive sin. They can't stand in the place of you when it's time to die. They can't tell you how many hairs are on their head. They can't extend another day onto their life, add another day on their life. And a lot of these people, if they had this power that they claim they have, why aren't they walking through the ERs getting rid of sicknesses and illnesses and tumors and cancers? Because they're full of it and full of themselves. And they have about as much power as you do. Now, if you have the power to walk around and start casting out tumors and cancers and all this, and then guess what? You need to be walking through a lot of places where there's sick people that need to be healed. You should never sleep. You should be working. But anyway, so much with that because there's a lot of sensationalism and this tied behind that, a lot of pride, a lot of vanity, and these are things that are not of God. I will come out boldly to any of you who call yourself faith healers. This is not of God. And if you read your word, guess what? You're going to find yourself far short of what you're claiming, okay? And we're going to leave it at that. Love one another. This was our commandment from God from the beginning. And then Jesus said, I give you a new commandment. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart. Love thyself, thy neighbor as you love thyself. And all these things these two things that you do, you will fulfill all the law. And it's not about the law, but the law basically, if you love in these two manners, you won't go wrong. So we need to learn how to love one another, treat one another with respect, and regardless of what the flesh says, how we feel, we have to respect the person. I don't care what your sexual preference is. That doesn't matter to me. Why? Because I don't have to sleep with you. You're a person. You're a human being. If you need help, I'm here to help. If you're, hey, if you're feeling down and you need somebody to talk to, I am here, and that's how we all should be, regardless of what choices a person make in their life. If the person is a spouse abuser, then hey, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, because you're a spouse abuser, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to have sympathy on you because you're an abuser. That person is still a human being. And the love of Christ surpasses all understanding of mankind, and we need to understand that. We need to understand that we are not called to judge people. We are not called to sit here and point out people's faults and make, and separate. That is not our job. We have zero power in removing sin. Remember that. So why are we focused on pointing out sin? Well, I think maybe I've gone long enough. I know that sometimes I can get a little wordy. It's about almost 15 minutes. But what I want you guys to know is this. I love you so much, and Aleph to Omega continue to grow. For those of you who have a gift, a talent, don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Hey, look, come forth, man, and just, let God bless you and others with your gift and your talent. You might be surprised to find out that somebody is waiting to be blessed by what God has given you and bestowed upon you. But you'll never know if you never act upon it. So, hey, look, it's Friday, and basically it's June 18th, 2021. You guys have a very safe weekend. I hope and pray that God continues to bless each and every one of you under the sound of my voice, and go out and be a blessing to someone else. It may not be magnanimous. You'd be surprised how much a simple smile and a hello goes, how far it goes with people. Because we're living in a world where so many people are uptight and afraid to speak to each other and show kindness, that some people are losing faith in life. Hey, we need to be the light on the hill. We need to be the example that there is still hope in this world. So go out, be somebody's hope, be somebody's joy, make somebody's day. It's a lot easier to do that than to go out and have to continually do things that keep stress and strife going on. All right? So look, God bless you, God keep you, and I hope to see you again soon. God bless you. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to me and go on my little rant today. But I wanted to just come to you live and say hello and give you just a brief update on what's going on and what God's put on my heart. Look forward to the documentation being uploaded for the series Path to the Cross, because that documentation you'll be able to follow along with me, the lesson plan of it's going to be a series of lessons. So I'll give you more information when it's posted and when we're ready to really roll out the carpet on that. I've already pretty much put up a starter video, but I really want to take my time with this, and I really want to deliver it the way God has put it in my spirit. So, hey, you guys have a great weekend. God bless you.